Well, this is our next job. This is going to be a huge outside grain storage, and we're in sand, which is nasty. Anyway, we're right next door to where you get your McDonald's fries. This is Lamb Weston. And they've got lots of dirt over there we could use to do this, but it's full of nematodes and bad diseases, so we can't put it over here. That's going to be the scale parking lot, and a scale house that's going to go right there. And we've got the road staked out. Got a high voltage power line we have to work around. Anyway, we've put all our grub over there in front of this hill that the poles are on, and our road comes around that and then goes out that way along that wheel line, and then the road coming in is right here in front of the water tanker. This is the grain bunker pad, and it's got some really cool measurements, like 72 feet 8 inches and 15/16, 2 foot and 3/16 of an inch. It's 344 10 1/2 inches. 152 3/4 wide. They're grubbing. This is grain that got cut, baled before it was ripe. Anyway, we don't get much of a load, and we can't push-pull because we'd take too much material. And it's pretty sandy dirt, so it's hard to self-load even. Taking this grub, and we're building us a haul road back here to the canal to get water, because this farmer here over there's a linear. It's walking back clear to the other end. We had water this morning. We got one load was all. Anyway, when he's not running the pump, we got to go back to the canal back here, so we're taking this dirty sand and dumping it on top of the blow sand to help us get back there. Well, we got our first little pad done, and they've come in with the piler today. They're going to set it up on our pad, and then we've still got to do this big one, and we've been having to dig a hole on this one side to get some good material to finish the top of the small one. Look at this dimwit. All week he's been over there stirring up dust. We have to eat it. Borrow source. This job was originally designed for a foot of pit run gravel in the road, and the owners opted to go with a fabric and 4 inches of crushed 3/4 crushed gravel. So we were missing a lot of material, plus on the other end of this job it was straight blow sand, so we overdug all of our sandy areas and put half a foot of this heavy clay. Once you get down 2.5 3 feet, you run into this clay, and so that's what we lined the road with. Any of you who've watched my videos know I'm a hole digging son of a bitch. This job's no different. Was forced to do this. I'm gonna be moving some material twice, but in order for it to work, this is the way it had to be. So seems like every job I've done lately, I'm turning it upside down, digging holes and burying stuff. Okay, I think I finally found a fossil in here. What do you think? It's got to be some kind of a bone, isn't it? We find this stuff across the river over at the landfill when we dig the pits over there. If you go to my video, 30-foot hole, that's what we do, is we dig pits for their construction demolition waste. Anyway, we're down in this hole. We filled half of it with sand, so we're down in the bottom here getting a little bit more out, and we run into these spots that have sand and gravel. And that's where you find this stuff. Found a great big claw off a giant ground sloth about 10 years ago over at the landfill. It was pretty cool. You don't find complete skeletons, you just find parts. Body parts. Here's our pad. The hole's full, and we've got this one topped with that heavy clay that we brought out of the bottom of the hole, and way at the end of the pad down there is our borrow area. We borrowed a lot of material out of there to bring it up. Anyway, we've got a road cut to grade, and we got a little more finish blading to do on these pads to purdy them up, make them look good. And then next week we'll start on the roads and gravel them, be done and out of here. Well, we're putting down carpet today, and I got some crazy truck drivers. Got a guy with a side dump, can't seem to put it where I need it, so I have to turn around and push it the other way because he leaves a bald spot. got side jumps and bellies. I'd rather have the bellies. Oh, good, you can leave me a bald spot again. That's a way. Give me a bald spot, dip it all in there. Alright, that's cool. He's jumping better now that he's on camera. Maybe I should do that more often. Take pictures and then I'll fuck up. This is one of the borrow sources we used over here. This is on the other side of the main line. And this was nothing but blow sand all the way down. Source there that we used to get a lot of sand out of there and then it down. Been cutting ditches. Boys have gone to Billings, Montana to pick up a 613. So I'm out here by myself on Sunday, but I've got to work today because Monday morning I've got to be to another facility and get it ready for grain. Well, looks like they've magged the road we built. Looks good. They've got them a pile of grain down there. The road seems to be holding up pretty well. Got their piler up and running. It's a big piler. This one will hold 2 trucks at a time. Unload them both. They got their scale up and running. Got their little office there, trailer. Look who we got here. Look at those old junkers. Boy, you just don't see that old kind of stuff anymore, do you? Wow. Model A's. That back one looks pretty good with a paint job, though.